And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Expanse in our Fission All the Way run. As I think we're coming to the end of what I'm going to say is the Fission All the Way portion of the Fission All the Way run. We got 2 techs left in the tech tree. When I'm done with the tech tree, I'm going to start building all the ships, in particular building Zeus's, so that we can do a lot more holing. Zeus is the sort of end-game, post-game fleet hauler. 20 kiloton cargo hold. That's before the extended cargo hold here provides another 20% on that. So this is what we really need to be pushing stuff around the solar system, which for atmospheric and water terraforming on Mars is kind of what we need. So I suppose the question here is, I need to get more material to Luna asteroid mining. And I don't really want it to be the Mercury on Mars, or the alloys on Mercury. Sorry. The reason being is because we want that for building orbital magnetospheres for Luna. We're getting close. Once we get done there, then we might ship it in for that purpose. But yeah. It's got some alloys we could use on Mars. That's on pause because we've sort of waiting for alloys to be produced, I suppose, and or for the tech to complete. And then on Earth, we're starting up. And the first step here was pretty quick. First step to Interstellar. With the foundation of our project laid, we can begin the construction. So we've built the Earth Interstellar ship construction. It happens to have an orbital construction in it by default. Okay. And here is the Beyond the Solar System quest. The great work has begun. It will take riches of many planets and asteroids to construct, but it shall be one of humanity's great achievements. To construct the main structure, construct the drive assembly, the habitat section, prepare the habitats, deliver 2,000 people directly to it, and then plan the mission to TRAPPIST-1. And to build that stuff, the main structure is kilotons of alloy, kilotons of rares, and kilotons of polymers. So this is going to be a bit slow. I think we're on task to get this done before it is ready, or before it is required to launch, if we want the achievement. That is 2,400. So we've got over 100 years to get this built. Needless to say, we do not have that much alloy available for this project, because I want to finish terraforming some stuff first. I want to finish doing the radiation terraforming for Luna, Mercury. Well, actually, I might not spend the alloy then on Mercury. We've done Mars. I want to get the Moon done as well from a radiation standpoint, although it's pretty far along. And yeah, on Europa... Oh no, I haven't dropped the miners on Europa yet, have I? Oh, I've moved the ship to do that. Let's get that finished. Callisto... Oh no, it's in Europa orbit. It's up in orbit. You dropped to Europa, so we can start getting that water mined. There we go, and that's going to be extracting pretty quickly. 1.8 tons of water per day. So yeah, we're going to be extracting that water pretty quickly. And then we'll have to make plans to come and get it at some point. Titan orbit arrived at Mars. Yeah, arrived at Mars, which is more nitrogen to release alongside the oxygen we generated in the meantime. And then back to Titan, I believe. That's probably what we want to do. There we go. And Titan's looking surprisingly terraform / green because we've warmed it up. Okay, it's not warm enough, but we've warmed it up. It's got plenty of atmosphere. The oxygen isn't right, but it could be worse. And it's actually got too much water, so we need to take some water off of it. But it's surprisingly green for what it is. Okay, we're ready for the next transport of alloy to Luna. Mercury to Luna orbit. 9 arraigns the transit. Terratorn to save fuel for the launch. Optimal transit window. And you're a go. Jupiter orbit arrived at Mars. So that was also bringing in some nitrogen, so we'll release that nitrogen. Again, still 0.06 atmosphere, so it is a lot of atmosphere I need to release. Do I want to make a run to the moon with the alloys and polymers I have? Sure, let's do that. Not Earth, the moon. We'll have all 3 arraigns go. We'll have them run up to Jupiter afterwards. The alloys and the polymers. All the polymers, please. You were supposed to be carrying polymers. It did not take the polymers for whatever reason. Didn't take the polymers for whatever reason. Or it copied the polymers. Or did I math my polymers wrong? It had more polymers than I thought? Maybe. Although I need more alloys more than anything. That'll be more than enough polymers, actually, I think, for the remaining engines. Mercury to Luna orbit. So we can get the next mesosphere generator going. And with that, back to Mercury. There's the launch point. Off to Mercury you go. And we got the radiation down to 4.8. So we need another... Is it 9? Or, no. 7. 7 times 7 is 4.9. Luna orbit arrived at Mercury. Mars arrived at Titan. Okay, so you're ready for the return trip. And by 4.9 I mean 0.7 times 7 is 4.9. I'm including the decimal point after the math, not before the math. That's where that discrepancy is coming from in the mental math there. Okay, we've done 20,000 tons. And yeah, we're transporting enough that we can probably keep that extraction rate going. And it still has too much atmosphere, so we're not concerned about taking stuff off Titan. Although that might not hold indefinitely. Yeah, that rare metal is running down, but that was kind of the plan. We want it to run out before we run out of carbon. Then we'll transition over to mining the metal out, hopefully trying to get that done before we run out of food. At which point it will be time to sort of pull Lutetia in. Let's put the Hephaestus at Earth orbit. Preparation for the great ship race. The Selene there isn't getting back, so it's going to stay there. Got Prometheus there, got Prometheus there. I'll take that Prometheus back, again, for the ship race, and save me a few ship builds. Earth, nice and quick. Oh, I can get more radioisotope, or more magnetosphere protection on Mercury. Down to 10.2, so next one will take us down below 10, and will be about as good as Mars was at the game start. And of course, the population of Mercury continues to grow. Well, let's get another hydroponic farm going. Probably need to run some carbon at that point. Mars to Luna. It isn't even enough to get the next engine going, which is a bit of a shame. And then we'll help you take the run up to Jupiter, grab some nitrogen at Jupiter. Hydroponic farm done on Mercury. We're probably downtrending on carbon. Yeah. So go ahead and grab a CO2 electrolysis to make the carbon. I may need to even bring more water in, honestly. Yeah, 10 years of water isn't a lot. The CO2 electrolysis done. Again, that offsets the carbon, so that's good to see. Atlas is done, so we're working on the last technology. We will be done with the tech tree in 3 years, 9 months, and a couple days. Oh, I've got stuff in lunar orbit that I should be dropping. Dropped it in orbit and didn't drop it on the moon. Okay. Oh, no. Lunar orbit to lunar. Oh, leave the water in orbit in case I need to ship that to Mercury. Here we go. Still in enough alloys, but that's much better than it was. Luna arrived at Jupiter orbit. Okay. So Jupiter orbit has about 3 rains worth of nitrogen, so we'll get that shipped to Mars. Orbital magnetosphere, complete at Luna, 4.08. Let's get another batch of solar power going. Followed by planetary and another transit of alloy to the moon. There we go. Mars orbit to Earth orbit. So that's my Prometheus and Hephaestus for the race. I suppose that means I'm going to get all sorts of fuels to Earth orbit as well, but that shouldn't be too hard to get. We got $1 billion or so money, so the basic fuels I can get to Earth orbit pretty easily from buying off of Earth. It's going to be more exotic stuff like the Helium-3, the ship construction I'm going to have to drag in. Mercury to Luna. So that is the next magnetosphere generator. And back to Mercury. Okay, got enough for another engine. $20 engines done, working, or 20 done and on Luna, 1 in orbit, 1 at the destination, 1 under construction, for a total of 23. Again, I need 27 to move Psyche. We'll need a little bit more than that to move some of the bigger ones, but Psyche's the first one I'm going to move. Well, I suppose technically it's the third one we're going to move. We've moved 2 already, but those ones only need like 1 engine. Titan to Mars, so that's my 30 kilotons delivered. Release, and back to Titan. Oh, and Titan has how much in orbit? Titan does not have a full load in orbit. There's Titan. Titan orbit, cyclical mission, flip it, Chronos, and nothing at that end. And nitrogen. Resource transferred. I need at least 10k, please. Then an administrator generator. Get in Mercury. We haven't yet saved up enough for the next one. Oh, so it's actually we have, because the other one's, it's already going, but not for the next one. Okay, so we've got the 30k in orbit, so we can have the return trip planned. Titan orbit to Mars. Okay, 9.6 radiation. Next one will take us below 9. Luna, we're down to 4.08, so we'll be below 4 after the next one. Mars needs atmosphere, and in particular the water to also precipitate, so I just need to get the atmospheric pressure high enough that we don't have water vapor. Jupiter, Mars. Okay, so that's only 9K, but we're going to release it. Do I have you take a alloy run to Luna? Yeah, it's not going to be a very productive run, but we'll take the run. In fact, I just have one array to do it, because I only need one to do the trip. We're about to finish up the last tech. There we go. Expanded Cargo Base 4. We are ready to research, but there is but one problem. We finished the tech tree. Every last tech in computing, every last tech in electric propulsion, nuclear power, observation, power, fusion theory, chemical propulsion, launch facilities, launch vehicles, materials, mining, solar sails, spacecraft, biotech, life support, terraforming, and planetary habitats is done. So the research is complete. So we can go around all the places we have research labs, and like this research lab. Do we need them? Nope. Disassemble. Don't have any on Venus. I do have one on Earth. Do we need that research lab? Nope. We got one on the moon. Do we need it? Nope. If I can find them on the moon. Pretty sure we have... Oh, it's the first thing up there. There it is. Mars. Don't need this one. Jupiter obviously doesn't have a ground. Io has no people. Europa has no people. Ganymede does. So we blow the one up on Ganymede. And Callisto. And Althea. And Titan. Each of these have a little bit of upkeep, right? We're paying $75 a month to maintain these. We don't need to do that anymore. You're gone. And then Letitia. Oh, Letitia I think was the only mining one we had that didn't have. Mining Astro didn't have one. Ceres? Where is Ceres? Paris. And he is. Patroclus. Alente. Delphine. BW4. And there's a couple other ones that we've got. They're going to be a little bit harder to track down. We're like middle belt and out. Delphine. Elphys. Bilharzia. Razovin. Razovan. Themis. Freya. Cool. Some of these places we've already mined all the water on. So these will be nice to pull in just to collect the materials from them as well, but yeah. Mostly look like it's going to be carbon in all the places, but... And yeah... Debrucian. Oh, we did Raider. Was Raider the last one? I think Raider was the last one, yes. Okay. I think I've got rid of all the research labs. Need to say we're going to be paying no more money on research. And we'll save a little bit on the facility costs by no longer needing those facilities. And with that, I think it is time to build... Well, I think this is the point where we say, fission all the way. Obviously, we've proved that it is successful. We've researched the entire tech tree that exists in the game. We are making net revenue using nothing but fission chips. I think we've proven that you can do fission all the way. At this point, it would just become grinding, right? Could we grind out all the terraforming? Yes. Could we grind out building the interstellar ship? Probably. Are we going to? I think at this point I want to enjoy the remainder of the game here, which is terraforming, particularly Mars, but I want to do Mars, Luna, Mercury, which that might be an ask. We're going to do those bodies. Which is going to be easier to do with more variety of spaceship. So not all of these I can build on Earth, although some of them I can. Can I build you on Earth? Yes. Zeus probably cannot be built. Nope, gotta be built in orbit. Most of these are gonna be orbit only. Kronos we know we can. We'll have one fly over for the... Oh, and I forgot about Photostones. We'll check Photostones in a moment. Nike, I think, is orbit only. Yeah. Cronus we can already have fly in. Rain we can already have fly in. Prometheus and Vestas are already in orbit. Venus in orbit only. Get a Stratos. We'll build a Stratos on the ground. We can launch a Selene from the ground. Iris from the ground. Solar sails, I'm pretty sure, are all space. Yeah, I can't buy them in orbit, so I'll have to buy them and ship them to orbit, but most of the stuff we can buy and ship. So we got 4 ships we can launch from Earth. The rest have to be built in orbit. You know, for the race, we'll get the this Kronos to come back to Earth. And get one of the Uranes to come back. And then it was, yes, Phobos. Phobos is the first one we are going to evacuate. Or at least start the evacuation on. So, research lab is not important anymore. Disassemble you. Same sort of logic on Demos. Research lab is just not important anymore. Although Phobos we're going to literally take the people off of. So, 191 people. I would like you to deliver these to Mars. Phobos to Mars. Prometheus, that's currently in orbit. Add the crew modules, both. Might as well add the probe, the mobile hab, construction module. We'll take the mining module, radio isotope modules. Basically take all the modules. Right, the Pelican up. And minimal tonnage for the trip. Off you go. Yeah, without the crew there, the Pelican I don't think will ever reset. So we'll have to have a Kronos do the rest of the evacuation. Yeah, we'll have to have a Kronos do the rest of the evacuation. As you can see, that is... Oh, no, that is... It's not progressing? No, it is progressing. Okay. So I can't build anymore. So I can probably go ahead and actually disassemble you. Modular. Okay. So even with no crew here, this apparently works for readying the launch vehicle. Good to remember that's the case. Yeah. We're gonna have to get all that to orbit. That'll probably mean I'll have to bring more hydrogen in. Drop a little more hydrogen for it. That's doable. Okay, the Metis is ready for launch. So Earth orbit. Plan is an interstellar mission. I don't need to send the probe to space. That sort of space. Just get to orbit, please. Yeah, get you ready for the race. In the meantime, I suppose this is probably a good situation to write down a bunch of values. I need to figure out how much I need in space. How much do I need in space for what I am building? So, I think the only thing I can't buy is the exotic alloys. We'll have to bring those in. We'll write that on my list anyway, so that is 1,000 for the Atlas. Helium-3 is 500. I don't think I can buy that, but that's fine. Circuits is 200. Alloy is 4,000. The Zephyr has 25 circuits and 200 rares. Talos is alloys 40 and polymers 200. The Daedalus (96 polymers, 16 metal, so relatively cheap. Iris we built, Selene we built, or queued up in his building because we can launch those from the planet. Stratos we built. Hermes. You need to build an orbit. Hermes is 100 alloy, 40 rare, 25 electronics, and I don't have space on this list horizontally here for radioactives. I'll do radioactives near the bottom. bad. Don't need to do, oh, the Athena is next. Athena. Let's say I don't need to do the fission chips, which is true. I do need to do the last of the electric drive. Athena has 40 circuits. 100 alloy. Interesting. In many ways, the Athena is sort of cheaper than the Hermes. Also a better ship than the Hermes. Has no rares. And radioactive 10 fissiles. So we've got you. We can skip all you. We're now down to Nike, Sirius, Zeus, and Nike, Sirius, Zeus. Both of those, all those require no radioactives. Okay, so I just need 20 radioactives in orbit. Makes the radioactives easy. Although in a way, that's probably just coming to the moon, because I've got plenty of those on the moon. Zeus. So Nike is 100 exotics, Sirius is 200, Zeus is 500. Looking at 50 helium-3, 150 helium-3, 400 helium-3. Circuits. 50, 50, 100. Polymers. Oh, actually, only the first one has alloys in it. It's 300 alloys. Zilch for the rest. Polymers for the other ones, though. Oh, none of them have rares. $400, 500. Oh, none of them have metal, so that makes that easy. Okay, so the metal is also pretty easy. I need 16 metal. Polymers, I can do the mental math pretty easy there. It's 1196, 240 rares, 4,540 alloy. $365. No, 465. Sorry, we're going to carry the one. Circuits. 50 plus 150 is 200. Plus 400, 600, plus 500 is 1,100 helium-3. And then the exotics comes out to 1,800. Okay, so we've got the values that I need. So let's see which of those we can actually buy on Earth. I suspect the main one I can't bring in or launch from Earth is the helium-3. Although I might not be able to handle the volume on some of these. During a single buy. Yeah, I won't be able to handle the volume, for example, in the exotics. Buy all the exotics that are available. Helium-3 is not available for buy, although it is available for sell. It's quite valuable to sell. Circuits. I can ship that in from the moon. That's going to be a moonable shipment. And so we're getting helium-3 from. Alloys will buy. Although I can't buy an entire batch. The rares I can ship in from the moon, those are small enough. Polymer, I should probably buy the polymer. I could ship that in from elsewhere, but buying it. In fact, I'm gonna buy and ship everything I can to orbit. We got the metal already. However, you got the fissiles. Okay. So let's unpause. So we get some more cell orders. I don't need more polymer. Did it stack multiple cell changes? It did. Okay. Buy those exotics. And the alloy as well. and then we'll start planning the launch to orbit. So, Terraton. No, it's not gonna let me do a click and drag. Okay. Earth orbit. Orbital payload container. Add resources. Yep. Ship all those exotics to orbit. Add resources. Metal. 16 ton. Polymer. Everything you've got. Alloy, again, everything you've got. If you've got the lift capacity to get it up. I've got other places I'll send it if I don't need it for the construction space. The rare... Oh, I suppose I could have shopped the... Oh, I'm shipping the circuits, and the rares are going to come from the moon. The radiation is going to come from the moon as well. Oh no, I actually already have it here. 728, it's not bad to ship to orbit. Okay, so we got you, check. I really don't need much of you, so we've shipping what we got. You, check, you, check, you, check. The rest comes from the moon. We have the right amount of oxygen here. Could actually release some oxygen. Yeah, it's going to be dropping the bucket to release the oxygen, so I'm not going to bother for the moment. And we actually need to put more water back here. We've been sucking the water out of the oceans. The pressure is a little high, which is probably CO2 release from, global warming. Spoilers, that's not good for the planet. Terraton to orbit. And then the moon. I need someone to go fetch stuff from the moon. Festus, please go to the moon. And then we want to plan a return trip from the moon to Earth orbit. So, healing 3. Actually, I'm realizing I don't have enough carrying capacity to move everything I want, I think, in one trip. I'm thinking of like 5 rares. Close enough for a single trip. Okay, so we can start some construction of ships up in orbit. If I've picked the right math, so Atlas, check. Zephyr, check. Talos, check. Daedalus, check. Hermes I can't because I'm not. That's the 5 rares I'm short. Athena, check. Nike, check. Ceres, check. Zeus, check. Yeah, I am short the 5 rares for the Athena. We'll probably want to bring some nobles back so that the noble, or the electric drives can actually do the race. Oh, and I need to launch some fuel from Earth. Probably need to launch a lot of fuel from Earth. Yeah, just buy me 3 million something fuel. Actually, no. I got a better idea. Do I have anything from... Yes, Mars. Mars will work better. Mars will work a lot better. The reason is because I need rares and noble gas. So we'll have the we'll have a rain coming back from Mars. Drag the alloy slash the 5 alloys. I need, or the 5 rare metals. I need 5. The rest of the cargo hold will be double gases for the race. Off we go. And we do the construction. We have a proverbial race to Mars. Well, it's more of a fuel efficiency test to Mars, let's say. Stratos completed on Earth. So needless to say, we need to get that to orbit. Earth to Earth orbit, just the Stratos. You can ride the Magpie up. Selene completed. Again, we want you in orbit. You're gonna ride a Pelican. It's gonna be less fuel efficient, but we can still get into orbit. Earth to Earth orbit, there we go. And the Iris. So that's what we're building on Earth, and we just need to build the stuff in orbit. Magnetic shield generator, or magnetic shield. Okay, we got radiation down to 9 on Mercury. Up on the moon, it's down to 4.08. And I've just got the achievement, The Power of a Star. Construct your first fusion spaceship. Orbital metasphere generator complete. That's taking you down below 4. You'll need another 5 of those to get to min values. Oops. What have you run out of? Nobles. I need to do a noble run to Mercury. Fair enough. Prometheus, Metis, Hephaestus, Stratos, Selene, Iris, Atlas, Zephyr, Tellus, Daedalus, Athena, Nike, Sirius, Zeus. I'm missing my Kronos, and we have Athena in. Oh, we have a Kronos in route as well. Kronos in route. We have multiple Athenas. Okay. Okay, so electronics are shut down here until I can bring some noble gas in, but that's not too bad. I'm waiting for our 5 rares to be delivered, so we can get the last ship in the queue for the race. On Winds of Sunshine, construct your first sail spacecraft. Mars arrived at Luna. Mars orbit arrived at Earth orbit. Okay, so we've got what I need, presumably, at Earth. In fact, I got 2 Arraigns. I want one of you to go back to Mars right away. Prometheus, Metis, Festus, Stratos, Selene, Iris, Atlas, Zephyr, Arain, Kronos. We got a Talos, a Daedalus, Athena, Nike, Sirius, Zeus, and last but not least, a Hermes. And with that, we should have enough for our race. It's gonna take a while for it all to build. Don't get me wrong. Some of these aren't necessarily cheap or quick to build places. They are building one at a time. No parallel construction here, apparently. I've got 4 shipyards, but it only builds one at a time. Oh, the shipyard's separate from the orbital construction. That's what's confusing me there. I've got 1 shipyard, I've got 4 constructors. Okay. Oh, I got enough for my next load to the moon. Mercury to Luna orbit. All 9 Arains. Please transport the alloy for this transit. Radiation protection. New system discovered. Mercury to Luna is done. So obviously want to do the return trip. And I think it's probably a good time to start shipping asteroid engines out to their destination. We need more of them, but I'm still using the old ships to ship them. There's only so many you can ship at a time. Luna orbit Psyche. The rain is going to carry you. That's why I put 6 in orbit. No launch vehicle because you're already in orbit. Optimal. Bring the max fuel because I'm going to need fuel for the return trip. There you go. Luna orbit arrived at Mercury, so that's the return trip. Which reminds me, do I have the construction going? I don't. I should have that construction going. And then, yeah, radiation-wise, that is the one of the 5 remaining. We need to get Luna down to 0 radiation. And then apparently I need solar shields to lower the temperature on the moon. As well as raise pressure and release water. And we're never going to be able to fix the gravity, so we're never going to be able to be perfect. So, even to the degree that we're perfect now, we're already getting supply consumption down by 50%, which is nice. Okay, Luna population has grown enough that we need more food production. Let's grab another hydroponic farm. Earth orbit arrived at Mars. I want you to do a noble gas run to Mercury. Leave Mars with some noble gases. It's net producing, but does need some to work on its existing projects. Although we're about to run out of rares and the whole thing's going to shut down anyway. Elliptical orbit of Letitia says hi. Titan orbit to Mars. More nitrogen to release. It's going to take a lot, but step by step. Anything, we're going to move on for the Rains, because the Rains are going to reach the point where they're just inferior to the new fusion ships. Us. Let's plan the mission here. Okay, Titan orbit. Oops, misclick. Missed by one. Titan orbit. Planet's Sickle mission. Flip because it's actually in orbit is where Cronus is. Nothing from orbit. Yes from Titan. Grab the nitrogen until the cargo is full. I want you to transfer 30,000. Mars arrived at Mercury, dropping off my noble gas. So the electronics is now being produced again, which is good to see. That's enough for another 300 years in theory, so good to know. We're going to run out of water in 5 months. I should probably do a water run from somewhere. Have you actually run to Jupiter? Mercury to Jupiter. So that would arrive April 18th. If we leave there, you'll arrive February. $22.80. Oh, yeah, definitely do that transit. So we gotta hang around for a bit because we missed the optimal launch window. Although I am willing to let you, because there's a little bit of a priority here to get water for Mercury. Go a little faster. So, a bit of hang around, but gets us there much faster. And then, because I planned that to Jupiter orbit, we just do the return trip plan right away. So as soon as you get there, turn right back around, go to Mercury. And water. 3,000 water. The launch vehicle, because it's in orbit. And we are saving a lot of Delta V, because it's the right time to arrive. There we go. We're still going to run out of water, but we got plenty of food here. We're not worried about running out of food in the meantime, I think. Zeus constructed at Earth orbit. And we're just working on the Hermes. And then the race can begin. course, looking at the time, I think it is an appropriate place, sadly, to leave you on a cliffhanger. So if you're watching on YouTube, tomorrow will be the day we do the race, where we have all of the ships go from Earth to Mars during an optimal transit, mostly to see how much fuel they travel with. Yeah, we'll just, be fair, the ones that are taking nobles and fuel, we'll probably have them travel the nobles and fuel so they have something to get there if I want to take them back, but basically we'll just send all these ships basically empty, because we'll just see sort of their transit times to Mars. But that will be tomorrow, because otherwise this part will be a bit long. If you're watching on YouTube, fire it up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to take a short break here. I'm going to keep it a short break, because it looks like we just had an ad on Twitch. I'm sort of missing the optimum time period to put a break in for myself. But we'll be back after a short bit. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream. And bye for now.